YouTube, Kurt Curtis. I'm a part-time eBay seller. Today's video, as usual, I'm going to go over everything that's sold on eBay this week. I had a pretty good week. I'm also going to show you what I sourced. And at the end of the video, I have a rant about a frustrating situation on eBay. Let's get right to it. This is everything I have shipping out on Monday. Really good start to the week. I have a ton of stuff going out today. Before I get started though, any item that you see that I say the price and the price on the screen doesn't match up, that's because an offer was involved. The price that I say would be lower than what it shows up on the screen, and what I say is what the item actually sold for, whether it was me sending an offer getting sent to me. So just throwing that out there. If it doesn't match up, I didn't mess up. It's just, that's what it actually sold for. So let's go over all this. First up, sold this health and beauty item, sold for $26.99. This one here sold for $14.99. That one there sold for $15.99. Sold this Mark Martin Folgers hat, sold for 12 bucks. I had these Pikachu cards, sold for $1.99 a piece. Someone bought 5 of them, so their total was $9.95. Another health and beauty item sold for $23.99. Sold this vintage Shazam cup, Pepsi cup from 1978. That sold for $18.19. Sold this Mario Kart Princess Peach Hot Wheels. That sold for $11.95. This health and beauty item sold for $9.99. Adventures of Felix DVD pre-owned sold for $9.99. Another health and beauty item sold for $14.99. That one there ended up selling for $9.99. I sold this acclaimed wrestling hoodie. This ended up selling for $34.99, not too bad. Another health and beauty item ended up selling for $39.99. This candle ended up selling for $32. Another health and beauty item sold for $26.99. Another one of these Pikachu cards sold just for $1.99. It was just the one. This health and beauty item sold for $21.84. And last up, this one sold for $14.99. What a great start to the week. This is everything I'm shipping out on Tuesday. Things have definitely calmed down since yesterday's shipping day, but still sold some stuff. Let's go over this. Sold this Beyond Buds book that ended up selling for $15.99. This bench warmer card sold for $1.83. This canvas Britt Baker card sold for $9.99. And this Crepe Race health and beauty item sold for $69.99. This is the last one of these that I sold. I had 11 originally, and they all sold for 70 bucks. So that's $770 in sales from those things. I paid $121 for 11 of those, but they also came with another item as well, which I sold for $13 a piece, and those all have sold too. So I ended up paying $121 for the 22 items and ended up being $913 in gross sales. Really good haul right there. These things actually squeeze into first class shipping too. This is everything I'm shipping out on Wednesday. I have 5 items going out. Sold this Britt Baker main features base card, sold for $1.99. This Pikachu card sold for $1.99. Health and beauty items sold for $14.99. Sold this Of Mice and Men band t-shirt. I've had this thing listed for so long. It finally sold. It was on sale. Sold for $8.69. And then also sold Dollman DVD sealed, sold for $11.27. This is everything I'm shipping out on Thursday. Week started out strong, went slow for a couple days, and now it's picked back up. Let's go over what sold. First up, sold this health and beauty item, sold for $14.99. This AJ Styles card sold for $2.69. This Spider-Man soap sold on an offer for $15.99. This Blu-ray Night of the Eagles sealed sold for $11.99. Acclaimed canvas card sold for $3.99. Nick Jackson canvas card sold for $7.99. This Nintendo 3DS, pretty good sale here, ended up selling for $140. This hat that I just picked up recently sold for $29.99. Another Blu-ray Naked Girl Murdered in the Park that is sealed sold for $12.99. The Santa thing that I probably had forever finally sold for $8.99. And last up, I sold another one of these Spider-Man soaps. This one was not on an offer, sold for a full price of $17.99. This is everything I have going out on Friday. I have 7 items shipping out. First up, sold a Ray Phoenix base card that sold for $1.99. This Spider-Man soap sold for $17.99. Those are officially all gone, sold all 6 now. This health and beauty item sold for $17.99 as well. This Pikachu card sold for $1.99. I had a different buyer buy another one of these Pikachu cards. That one also sold for $1.99. This Wildstorm card sold for $2.99. And this Meaningful Beauty health and beauty item sold for $44.99. Not too bad. This is everything I'm shipping out on Saturday. Pretty good end to the week here. Let's go over what sold. First up, sold this health and beauty item, ended up selling for $14.99. This Glossier U perfume ended up selling for $54.99. Solid sale there. This bench warmer card sold for $1.85. I had one person pick up 2 Hot Wheels. This one sold for $9.49. This one sold for $9.39. That person's total was $18.88 for the 2 cars. I had one person pick up 2 Spider-Man cards. This one sold for $1.81. This one also sold for $1.81. That person's total was $3.62. Sold this Darby Allin Gold card that sold for $2.49. Sold this Max Caster Breakouts card. That one ended up selling for $24.99. And then last up, I sold this J-Lo Booty Balm for $49.99. Let's go. Get the broom. Not much sourcing this week. However, I did pick up some t-shirts. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen these. First up, got this really cool Bret Hart shirt that is a size medium. Next up, got the Iron Paradise Project Rock shirt, new with tags, size XXL. I think this is some kind of collab with The Rock and Under Armour, an Across the Pond exclusive, some type of deal. This might actually be a pretty decently valuable shirt. I'll have to look a lot more into it though. Got this Bollywood Boys wrestling shirt that is a size XL. Ryan, I know you want that. And next up, we got this Foo Fighters Wrigley Field shirt that is a size XXL. Pretty cool. And then last up, got the Xenomorph shirt that is a size medium. There is a band called Xenomorph, so this might be a band shirt, but it might just be an alien shirt. I'm not really sure. This band's logo is a bunch of aliens and all that kind of thing, so I'm going to have to look more into it, but regardless, it's a cool shirt. So I'm about to go into this rant. The video is over at this point if you're not interested in the rants. I showed you what sold. I showed you what I sourced, so if you want to click away now, you can. But, so I'm going to explain the story. This was about the Nintendo 3DS that sold for $140. That's getting returned 100%. That sale is not going to go through. So let me give you some backstory about this DS or 3DS. I picked it up at an estate sale a long time ago. I got that with a ton of other stuff. I remember I filled like an entire IKEA bag full of stuff from this estate sale. So that haul was very good overall. So this is just bonus at this point. It had been listed for a long time. I think I had priced way too high. Finally, like last week or a week and a half ago, it sold. And within 1 minute, the person canceled the order. So that sucked. I blocked the person. I don't know about you guys, but I block people on eBay all the time. If there's any kind of like situation that just, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way, I block them. Someone buys something, cancels it right away. Some people might not block them. I block them. I'm not trying to mess with that. Like, I've never bought anything in my life online and canceled the order, especially like a minute after. I know it can happen, but it's just not the person I want to do business with. So, yeah. Usually when you refund someone or cancel the order, it gives you the option to relist it. It did not give me the option to relist this 3DS for whatever reason, so it sat unlisted for a few days. Finally got around to relisting it. I lowered the price, put best offer on because I wanted to move this thing. And someone sent me an offer, $140. I took the offer. They paid right away. Great. Shortly after they paid, they messaged me, said, everything works on this, right? I said, yes, I had tested this before. I tested it again once it sold. This thing is in like mint condition. It basically looks brand new, like straight out of the box. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Then shortly after, I'm at work. They're like, you're going to ship this out today, right? I'm like, nope. It will be packaged up tonight. Tonight, the tracking number will be uploaded and it'll be shipped out first thing tomorrow morning. They were saying how they had a 2-week trip they were going on, and they needed this by Saturday. And yeah, I explained to them that I cannot guarantee a delivery date. I said this is shipping priority, which is typically fast, but I can't guarantee a delivery date. They were like, okay. Then again, they were like, well, if you could really ship it out today, that'd be great. If not, tomorrow morning, it still should get here. I'm like, I didn't reply at this point. I'm done at this point. They, later that night, I'm at work, by the way, when these messages are happening. Later that night, they're like, you're still good to ship this tomorrow morning, right? I said, yes, it'll be packaged up soon. The tracking will be provided. It'll be shipped out first thing tomorrow morning. Package the item. At my post office, I can't go when they're open because I work, so I put the items in the drop box so they don't get an acceptance scan. Obviously, I don't want to go that route, but I don't have an option. It's either do that or don't sell on eBay at all because I work. So my items typically don't get a scan right away because they're in the drop box. My post office is 50-50 with them even scanning stuff within a day or two. Then in the morning, after a couple hours after I had dropped it off, they're like, did you ship this already? Has this been dropped off? I said, yes, it's been dropped off a few hours ago. I'm getting pretty frustrated at this point. This person's just bombarding my phone with messages about me shipping this item. And I've shipped it in like, I don't know, 12 to 15 hours after they ordered it. And yeah, then they they message me again saying, are you sure the tracking number is right? Because it hasn't updated. This is when I'm really frustrated. So I just reply, I use sir at the beginning of the message just to try to be professional and just not, this guy's driving me nuts at this point. I'm like, sir, this item has been shipped. Tracking doesn't always update right away. I cannot control when this will get to you. It has been shipped. It's out of my hands. It's in the post office's hands. It is possible this reaches you by Saturday, but I can't guarantee it. Estimated delivery date based on the tracking number that was provided to me from USPS is Wednesday. It is possible you get it early, but it's unlikely. There's nothing more I can do. I wanted this conversation to end at this point, but it didn't. Then they messaged me saying telling me about their 2-week trip again, and how that tracking uploads within an hour, and that if they don't get it in time, they're going to be returning the item, and I should have canceled the order if I couldn't guarantee a delivery date on Saturday, even though before I even shipped the item, I told them I couldn't guarantee a delivery date, and all this stuff. I'm just like, whatever, I'm not replying to this. A couple hours later, get a message again, just cancel the order. I just bought one in my local area. It doesn't look like your item's going to get to me on time. This guy was just hounding me with messages nonstop about me shipping this item for him, and I ship it, and then he's canceling the order. I did have to reply to that one. I said, the item has already been shipped. You're going to have to return it, which to my surprise, he was like, okay, great. Thanks for understanding. So frustrating. I don't know. I've had some, situations throughout my, 6-7 years selling on eBay that have probably been worse than this, but this one just frustrated me so much. I did actually go to my post office on the way home from work, because this all happened while I was at work too, on both these days. And since the tracking number hadn't been updated, I figured the package might still be there, so maybe I could intercept it and get it before it got shipped to him. That way I can just have my item and then refund them. But they were like, it ships priority. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's gone. It's gone. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it doesn't show the scan, but yeah, I'm sorry about that, but it is gone. So my post office is not necessarily always on top of doing their scans, but the stuff is getting shipped and it is gone. Lady took the tracking number to try to intercept it. Like, okay, great. They told me they'd give me a call in a couple hours. They never did. So I don't know if that's actually going through or not. We'll see. I looked up at home how to intercept a package, and turns out it costs like $16 to do it. So I hope it actually doesn't go through now, because it'd actually be cheaper for me just to pay the return shipping to get my item back. But yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. This story will continue. I'll see when I get my item back, and I'll let you guys know. But extremely frustrating situation. This person, I've never been more excited to block a person on eBay in my life. I don't care if this guy offered me 10 times the amount of money for an item in my store. I do not want to do business with this person ever again. But yeah, so it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stack dividends, sweep floors. Till next time.
Next I go to an estate sale. There's old ladies everywhere. Everything seems to be overpriced, but these ladies don't know about vintage fire. T-shirts, underwear, Goosebump books, super rare. DVDs, brand new, sealed, out of print. Let's make a deal.
Get the broom.
The whole place is dark.